What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Business Profile to rank your site in the Google 3-pack. Watch this! Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to use a GMB Everywhere, which is just a free Chrome extension. But I use this every time I'm trying to rank a website. Then what categories are we going to select in our Google Business Profile, and how do we add those categories to your actual website? Then what about keyword pages? How do we create keyword pages, and is there anything that we need to do in the dashboard of Google Business Profile? There may be. How do we select service areas? You know, we rank in our zip code, but how do we rank outside our zip code? What are some of the things that we need to do? So in this video, I'm going to show you that. And then we're going to just put it all together in a website, because as you know, your website is what powers your Google Business Profile. Meaning that if you want to rank in the Google 3-pack, the Maps pack, your Google Business Profile needs to be fully filled out, and your website needs to be inserted in where it says website in Google Business Profile. So this way Google reads through your website and says, okay, this business must be a plastic surgeon, and these are the services that they provide. So in this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of neat little tricks, highly actionable, meaning that you'll be able to stop the video, go to your website or your Google Business Profile, and you can make the changes as you're watching this video. No fluff. Let's get right to the point. So guys, the first thing that I want to show you is how to use GMB Everywhere. You'll notice that when you do a search in Google, for example, plastic surgeons, St. Petersburg, Florida, right? A bunch of plastic surgeons come up, and you want to see the category that everyone is using, so you could use the correct category yourself. And this could be whether you're a mover or a plumber, or I'm just using a different example today, plastic surgery. So what I do is I just hit more places right here, and you'll notice underneath more places you'll see these boxes, which you probably don't have on your Google search. That's because I have a plugin called GMB Everywhere. I'll put the link in the description below. All you do is just click install in Chrome, and it gets installed. You come up here to these three dots, scroll down to more tools, scroll down to extensions, and when you click extensions, you'll notice that they are in your extensions. See right here, you'll notice it. It's right here. Okay, there's nothing else that you need to do. All right, so we want to know all the categories that each one of our competition are picking. And how can we find their first category? Well, it's easy to find their first category. You could see it right here. It says plastic that's a surgery or surgeon, right? So that's easy to find. But how do we find the other 3 or 4 categories? That could be a little tough. So when you use GMB Everywhere, if you just click Basic Audit, you'll notice that their first category is plastic surgeon, and their second category is doctor, and their third is surgeon. All right, so let's check somebody else. Let's check this one. So they just have plastic surgeon. You got to remember something, guys. The more categories you have related to what you do, the better it is. Though I wouldn't go past 5 categories. I'd say between 3 and 5 is really the sweet spot. So what I want to do is, the first most important thing is I want to see what primary category everyone else is using. So if I'm an electrician or a mover, I'm selecting the correct category. And then I want to select subcategories. So I'm going to come over to This fellow, William, okay, he's just has, so you'll just collect a bunch of categories, and let's say you have 3 categories. Now, when you have 3 categories, what you'll do is you'll just list them right here in your Google My Business. This is where you input the categories. So, for example, the first category was plastic surgeon. The second was doctor. The third, we decided based on the competition, was medical spa. And the fourth was skincare clinic. Okay, so those are our GMB categories. Well, now that we have our GMB categories, a big mistake that people have is not adding these categories to your website. Let me explain what I mean. This is just an example website that we created, right? Or we're in the middle of creating. You'll notice that the home page, the GMB category is waxing hair removal service. That's the GMB category. This is where the business is located. This is called the H1 tag. Your GMB category and where you're located should be in the H1 tag. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to check your website out now, and I'd like to see what it says. Put that in the description box, in the comment box below. I'd be very interested in knowing what your H1 tag was and what it is now. It should be your GMB category. So this one is waxing hair removal service. That's the GMB category. And then this is the location in Davie, Florida. So in the description box below, in the comment box below, let me know what yours was and what you changed it to. I'd be very interested to know that. Okay. The second category, let me see if I can refresh this. The second category is beauty salon. That's the second GMB category. So it gets its own page. Now, if it had a third and fourth category, I would just list the categories underneath beauty salon. If it had a third and fourth category. Just to be clear, these are 2 different businesses. This is a made up business. I made up Elite Tampa Bay Plastic Surgeon and Skincare Clinic. I made this up, but I'm using a website as an example as to how to lay out your website. So when I tell you that, you may say, well, there's 4 GMB categories. How come you don't have, the homepage is 1, beauty salon is 2. How come you don't have 3 and 4 underneath here? Because this is a separate site. Okay. If this was Elite Tampa Bay Plastic Surgeon, I would have 2 more categories underneath beauty salon. So for every GMB category, you have a page. You need to create a page for every GMB category, and your GMB categories should list underneath one another. So your first set of links are all your GMB categories. Your home page is your first one. Your first link is your second one, right? That's your second one, and then your drop downs are your third, fourth, and fifth ones, if you have 5 categories. This business only has 2, waxing hair removal service and beauty salon. They only have 2 GMB categories. Now we want to talk about keyword pages. Your keyword pages go underneath your services. Okay, these are all your keyword pages. Well, if you have keyword pages, where do they go in the Google Business Profile? Where do I list these? Because anything you list on your website, these are your keyword pages, right? Your services, you need to list on your Google My Business. That is very important. So you'll notice right here it says services. You notice it says services right here? You list all your keyword pages in your Google business profile right here under services. These are all your keyword pages. You come back to your website, these are your services. These are all your keyword pages. Anytime you list anything on your website, you need to come back to your Google business profile and see if it's listed there. So you need to list them under services. These are all your keyword pages. These are your GMB categories. These are your keyword pages. Okay? So, for example, Botox, right, would be one of my services here. And then another one would be lip enhancers, would be right here, and so on and so forth, all right? Okay? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So you have your GMB, category, and then you have your services. We're working on this website, so I'm not sure what this is. Either this may go underneath here. This may be a Google My Business category, a Google Business Profile category, and maybe it should go underneath here. So, like I said, we're in the middle of working on this, so you got the idea, right? So these are all your keyword pages. These are all. Now let's talk about your areas. This should be your third link, which should be areas you serve. Well, how do you get the areas you serve? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. I just forgot where it was. It's so simple I forgot. So all you do is, it's right here. Okay? You check out your Google Business Profile map, right? And you just zoom out a little bit. And what I try to do is I try to get areas that are close to my business. So for example, West Shore would be one, Pinecrest, West Park would be another, Town and Country would be another. So I write these pages, I would write these other towns down, Cypress Point Park. I would write all these towns down, and then I would create pages on my home page for each one of those. I would take north, south, east, and west. So I would start off with 4 and make sure to go around your business and create pages just on those areas. I don't know if this page is done. Okay, it is. All right. So on this page, it's everything about Davie, Florida. Everything here is about Davie, Florida. See that? And we embed a map. All right, guys. So that's something that's very important. So let's just go through the website. Let's go through the website a bit. The way that I like to do websites is that I like the address underneath the logo. I like the phone number nice and big. I like the credit cards that you take. So for example, right, they take, like, you shouldn't have to look for this information. You shouldn't have to scroll to the bottom. Like, this is important information. Where are they located, and what credit cards do they take? Well, do they take Google Pay or PayPal? Or, that type of stuff is important. For mobile, I want to tap to call right here. I don't want a million choices. I don't want, save 10%, fill out the form, call us, contact us, request a quote. I see sometimes people have in this area, right, this main area, they have 4 or 5 different choices. Don't confuse your client. The person coming to your website doesn't need to be confused. Give them one choice. If you want them to call, give them the phone number. If you want them to fill out a form because, you want to read the information they put on the form and call you back, then let that be the choice. But don't give them a million choices. Take a look at your website and notice how many choices you've given your potential client. I mean, everything else, there should be several calls to action on your website. I noticed that on some websites, the most important thing is, the call, but the call isn't, the phone number is in like 6-point font and it's really small on the left-hand corner. And then the phone number is not repeated throughout the website. This is another good idea, is to have frequently asked questions on your homepage and use the FAQ schema. You may want to YouTube or Google that, FAQ schema. But that's really important. It's a good way to get in extra keywords, and Google loves it because it's answering questions that people have. Remember something, guys, when somebody comes to your website, they're looking for answers, and that's what Google believes as well. So if you want to get ranked for any keyword like plastic surgeon, you need to be the authority on that keyword for plastic surgeon in this area. Right? I'm going to do another video on how to write content. If you can, always try to use original photography. All these stock pictures, I don't dig them. I don't. Once again, this is on our websites, we add a section on the area where the business is located. It's really hard to rank for Davie, Florida, a waxer in Davie, Florida. If you don't say anything about the area, you just say we're located in Davie, Florida. You don't embed a map. You don't speak about the area at all. Take a look at your website. Do you have any city pages? Do you have any pages just based on where you're located? Not that you do business there. Do you have pages saying that you're from Staten Island, New York, for example, and everything about Staten Island or everything about Davie, Florida? You want to add your hours exactly as they're listed in your Google My Business. And here's something that I like to do. I like to put my social signals up on the bottom. I don't like to put them all the way up on the top, like right here. A lot of people put their social here because what they do is somebody clicks Facebook and then they start clicking around. Before you know it, they're off your website and they're on Facebook or they're on YouTube or Instagram or something, right? So leave all that on the bottom. Leave all that on the bottom. That's fine. All right? Guys, I hope this video helped you. Oh, just one last thing. One last thing. I'm sorry. One last thing. So SEMrush gives away a free 7-day trial. If you're looking for keywords, right? We spoke about keywords here, right? These keywords. You could see how hard it is to rank in your area by using SEMrush. They give a free 7-day trial. In seven days, you should be able to get all the keywords you need to rank your website. So I'm not sure how much the paid plan is anymore. It could be quite expensive, but they do give away 7 free days. So I would definitely jump on that. I'll put the link in the description below. Guys, if you like this video, please feel free to hit like and subscribe, share it. Like I always say, please be good to your family. If you're fortunate enough to be married or live with your family, show them, that they're important. Give your wife a kiss, your husband, your kids. Get out there and play ball with them. Take a walk. Do something with your family. It's very, very important, right? If you're listening to this video and you made it this far, I want you to know that you're going to make it. You're going to make it in 2022 is going to be your year. I'm specifically talking to you. If you're listening to this right now, everybody else kind of jumped out, but you're still listening to this. I want you to know that this is your year, and you're going to rock it this year. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This is your year. All right? Okay, guys, so everybody have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I'm dedicating this video to my BFL, my brother for life, Darren Marion. I love you, brother.